Hello everyone, on this video I want to show you how we can add a contextual reference line. Usually and typically a reference line could be an average of the data that you're displaying, or it could be a median. Most commonly an average. So right there you see this vertical line is actually this showing the average of all these numbers that I'm now gonna circle in a blue box. Okay, what's the average of all those numbers? And that will be 34.2. But what about if we add the possibility of based on the selection? Okay, so we're grabbing this from the previous example, and now maybe just three items, and now we average the average change because it's based on the items highlighted or brush or selected with this slicer. Now we can switch that with the median, and the median will be 28, but for the average it will be a little bit higher. So maybe let's select maybe other four, and then the average is 36.5, but the median will be 36. So this is cool because it's based on what the selection of that slicer is. So it is contextual. The context changes. In case we show everything back to where we were, then we have everything highlighted. So it's basically the medium of all. But in case I just want furniture and pet supplies, it's just a median of those two numbers, or maybe switch it to be an average, and there we go. There was no change a little bit. It was minimal. Maybe select baby and grocery and pet supplies. The average is 43, but maybe the median is lower, 39. So how do we set this up? Okay, think of it as a part two from the previous post, number 7. Now we can maybe start from this example right here and add it. And maybe we'll switch the instead of having I just wanted to switch the colors a bit so the posts don't look that similar. And we're gonna do this just in case. What we're putting here is these calculations right here and this table following the same logic that I explained on the previous post with the subtotals and count A. So let's go and set it up here. Okay, just in case if you download the workbook, it's gonna be this one with that really colorful pink. Okay, and now go here, and I'm just gonna deselect everything here to show the whole Power Query table, and I'm just gonna bring it down a bit. So maybe I'll select 2 here just for the meantime. And then what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna do calculation type. So I'm just gonna put it as calculation and maybe zoom in a bit. Calculation type. And for this, I'm gonna do average and the median. And I'm gonna convert this to a table. Okay, Control T. Okay. Oh, sorry, Control T again. But let me back out because I'm not seeing this table that tells me that it does have a header. I'm gonna go right here and put show, and then show subtotal of 3 in this case because it's count A, comma, and of this item right here, and close the parentheses, and voila. Now go to table design, and now we're gonna insert a slicer on the calculation type, and now we're gonna have the average and median. But as soon as we do that, look, we're getting a 1 or either or, and the other one is becoming a 0. That's gonna be important because now on this slicer we just add 2 columns, so we have it like that. Perfect. And maybe we can put it up here, right there. It fits perfect. And maybe select this to be slicer style, just a light gray. Okay, perfect. Now here we do have to have the calculation in this case. So calculation, and then the X position for the reference lines and the Y position. So for the calculation, we need a basic index of right here on this column, and we do Control Spacebar to select the whole column on this table 2. Okay, let me just zoom in, comma, match, okay, of a basic 1 from this column right here of show, Control Spacebar to select to the whole column on that table, which is only 2 rows, but comma, 0, close the match, and close the index, and that's it. We get a median. But if I now step back a bit and bring my slicer here and zoom in again, look at this, median or average. median or average, median or average. Perfect. So now let me step back and move this again to where it belongs. So I'm gonna leave it on average selected. And basically here, now I have to do a calculation of like this. If, okay, on this cell equals to average, comma, I'll enter. Then I want basically an average if, okay. What is gonna be my range? Well, it's gonna be the selected right here because again, it's gonna be a contextual reference line, comma, and the criteria is gonna be once, comma, and what is gonna be my average range? Well, it's gonna be this one right here, okay? There you go, the one from the darker, because that's the darker bars that are the ones being selected with the slicer. Close the parentheses to close the average if, comma, and now we do a median if like this. Median if, and then again we do selected equals 1, comma, and we do select the darker column, comma, and double quotes to leave it blank. Close the if, close the median, close the if. And as soon as we do that, we get 38. The average of these two numbers, okay? And if we switch it to median, it will switch it again. For the X position, it's gonna be a basic, I believe it's gonna be a 0. Oh, actually for the Y position, that's why I got confused. And then the count, okay? So that way we grab the extremes, the upper and the bottom and the upper part. So this one, basically we can leave it as a count A, so this dynamic. And basically how many items we have, we already know we have 10, but let's leave it dynamic. And then this one is gonna be equal to this for the X position, so that way it puts it on top and on the bottom on the same position of the X axis. And now here is just basically the label that for the reference line, and it's basically concatenating this ampersand, double quotes, two dots or column, close double quotes to close that ampersand to text of this number right here, double quotes, 0.0, double quotes, and then close the text function. And that way it just prevents me, so it doesn't give me more decimals than needed, or I just need one decimal. Step back, and now it's just about adding that series right there, and that's it pretty much. Add, we want this label, series name, because that's the one that is concatenated. The X values are these, and the Y values are these two. And as soon as we do that, click OK. We don't see nothing. So click on the chart, go to format. Then we go to this section right here and we do the average. And now we see that it is being selected because it's right here, it's showing up. And we are gonna add this color right here, this electric blue. So click that and right click, format data series. Now we want to go to fill and line. We want to throw a solid. We want to throw something that contrasts very good, so more colors. And we go to standard, and we're going to select this one right here. Sweet. And then on the cap type, we want to do flat. And then on the width, we decrease it a bit. And then on the dash type, we want to do the third option. And that's it pretty much. Now it's about just clicking this marker, the one on the bottom, right, just having that one click, not the one on top, because you see that it doesn't have the points, but it does have the points for this one. And now right click, add data label, click on the label, Control 1, say that you want the series name and you want it to be without the values. Actually, you do want the values there. But I don't know why it's showing you the 0. It shouldn't be showing you the 0. Okay, then again, sometimes you have to deselect these two so the 0 disappears. And then we want it to be on the right. Yep, on the right is fine. And then just bold it and put it on the same color as the line, so that way it matches. And that's it, there you go. But it's showing up for on the bottom, on the top. So just click on that label on the top, click it again, delete it. And there you go, you're all set here. Now we can see an average that is contextual to what's being selected here. Perfect, this is awesome. Again, we can click on this slicer and we can switch it to this custom setup that in a future post, I'm gonna show you how to enhance the default for the slicer so it looks better, so you don't have to deal with the sort of the native options that you have here and the ones right here, because yeah, they're good, but you can enhance. And yep, and there you go. Now you have, let me see, select 4 of these, and I'm getting the average of those 4 selected. But if I want to switch it to the medium is 33 and the average is 36. And now this is good because now you get 2 metrics for reference based on these numbers. And that's it pretty much. Maybe I just click on this table because I cannot handle it to see that blue, and just switch it to a light table style light 4. And that's it pretty much. That's it. See you for the next video, number 8. Take care.